Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Beebus and I do nail art, and sometimes I even do a good job. Is today one of those days? Editing me, feel free to chime in. Incredible. Anyways, I'm feeling very neutral today. I found a tutorial on TikTok for some fairy stone nails that I'm very interested in. However, okay, I will say this, incredible nail, incredible video. It was 13 minutes for one nail, and I did watch it twice. It's not TikTok that cooked my brain, guys. It was just a very long tutorial. I feel like it was just very long. I'm going to try based off what I remember. I'm just gonna go off of vibes first. I watched it twice. I feel like I have the gist of it down. If it doesn't work, I will once again reference the tutorial, but not before I give it a good old college try first, because that was very long. So, first things first, I have our nails on already. Counterintuitively, I'm not doing this hand, even though I probably should. Oh, don't look at that. Anyways, sorry for that jump scare. I'm going to shave down, well, I'm just going to shave off the color of this because it's basically just like the black and then the chrome powder on top. First, you know the glass effect for these nails that people do? Incredible, right? So beautiful up top. No one tells you how upsetting and gross the texture of that feels on the underneath. I hate it. I couldn't stop touching it. Surprisingly, things didn't get caught under it, but I think that's just because I'm a clean person and I scrub under my nails. But anyone else, I don't know how you're gonna feel clean having these. Anyways, I'm just gonna shave down with my little Melody Susie drill that I said that I hated because it's a little off center. Oh, you can't really see it with the bit in, and so it wobbles. Listen, it only wobbles sometimes. So I'm just gonna do one nail and then we'll get right into the nail art. Mask first, always. Even if you don't think you're breathing it in, it's up in your nose. It's in there. All right, these are the nails buffed and filed down. I didn't smooth them out, so let's see how well of a job I did filing. I'm gonna go in with my Sage Bio cat eye gel and do 2 layers of this on the nail just to have a nice opaque base. This is the best, finest glitter that I have. Glitter? Cat eye gel. It's the best cat eye gel I have. In terms of those fine particles, I find that the finer the particle, the more glass-like it looks, but I'm not trying to activate the cat eye. I'm just trying to get a base, and this is how. Whoops, don't know why I stopped there. This is how they did it in the video. All right, so before I cure this layer, I'm going to take some of my iridescent foil flakes. Well, this isn't really foil, it's just flakes. It's the cheap ones that you get from the starter kits on Amazon. If you search up like beginner nail kits. Pardon my sniffles. I think I have allergies. I feel like I survived the whole summer without having terrible allergies, but it's usually whenever the seasons start to end and a new one begins is whenever allergies hit me the hardest. I don't know. So I'm going to just put some of the flakes up alongside the nail. I don't want it to look too random. I'm trying to place them intentionally. I think in my mind, I'm picturing those like stepstone paths. But listen, I have some like, this is just not good quality flakes. They're pretty bad, old, unevenly cut, and also like a lot of them are small, yes, which is really nice, but they also are like, it's like one piece that's folded on top of itself, so it's like a little springboard. It faces up on the nail. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's just angled off the nail to where it's pointing upwards. That's better. Angle off the nail. And either I sit here and I cut them apart and make them really thin, or I just deal with it and file it at the end, which is what I'm going to do, because while I could do that, I'm not going to. Okay. Now that I have the flakes, actually, but put a little bit more at the cuticle area, kind of. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to cure it for a full minute. No! Oh, I hit it as soon as I put it in the lamp. Oh, fine. Nice. Sick. And on a side note, my nails are a bit shorter than usual because I got the job, and so I've cut it down a little bit. I think it's like a ½ centimeter, or actually, yeah, about a centimeter shorter than what I usually do. They're letting me keep my long nails, but it's a pretty physical job, so I gotta, you know, rule number one, protect the nails. And sometimes protecting the nails means you gotta go shorter, and while tragic, we'll live. And so, oh, but this hand, full work hand mode now. They're just gonna be massively short. I wish I would have, oh wait, no, you saw it at the beginning. My nail on this hand, I broke a nail whilst working and I was so shooketh. I took off all the other nails and then only one remained and I had to file that one off. But I broke it in a really stupid way. And it was just while like sweeping, which honestly, it's been at least like 2-3 years since I've broken a nail. So I was like, no way. But this is why I enjoy Gel X tips. I feel, or Gel X full cover tips. I feel like even if the nail breaks, the gel tip breaks before my actual nail does, which is why I enjoy them quite a bit. I feel like had that been my natural nail, it would have broke in the worst spot. It literally broke like right in the middle of my nail. So dodged a bullet. Now what I'm going to do is go in with some foundation based gel, and I shook up my bubble bottle. My bottle made for bubbles, and I'm going to try my best to get some of those bubs, put it on my nail, and then maybe let it sit for a second and then cure it. The way in the video that I feel like I remember it happening was they put it on the nail and then waited for the gel to, or the bubbles to soak up and pull up the gel so that the craters were a bit deeper, and then they cured it. So let's try and do that real quick. Okay, I'm not really sure what happened in the middle part right here. It's like I missed it completely. I'm not sure. I feel like everything else has a pretty nice texture to it, so I'm sure that I'm sure that it worked, but it didn't in the middle, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more foundation gel and then put the bubbles on it, but I think I'm gonna wait a bit less time. Is this a mistake? Tell me now if it's a mistake. Place your bets. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. But also, I think I did it wrong. In my mind's eye, I literally just imagined the video I was just replaying it in my head, and I think they actually went over it with some cat eye gel and then did the bubbles and then activated the cat eye gel. So I'm gonna try and do that. I feel like I was incorrect with the clear gel. And if this is correct, dang, that sucks for the thumb then. All right, bubbles. Bubbles. Oh, stop popping fast. What the heck? Oh, they're popping fast. Dang, that really sucked. Why did my bubbles pop so fast? I feel like my bubbles popped way too fast. It had like no time for the gel to absorb up into it. Am I doing this wrong? Do I consult the video? I think I have to. You have to consult the video. Oh, okay. 1 second. She added glycerin to the soap to make it so that the bubbles didn't pop too fast. I don't have glycerin. They said that you could substitute it with, if you're DIYing it, then you could probably substitute it with coconut oil. I don't have coconut oil either. I hate coconut. Coconut makes me sick. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, I added, you know what? I took the word oil and said, you know what? Why don't we add some cuticle oil to it? So I added some cuticle oil to it. And if it doesn't work, then we're just gonna deal with it. Who has glycerin? You know what? If you do DIYs a lot, you probably have glycerin somewhere. I don't do those types of DIYs. I'm just a nail guy. Also, I'm trying it on my middle finger right now. She activated it before she put on the bubbles. Sorry. I'm always shook at how well this cat eye magnetizes. Except I don't want it, I don't want it all across the nail. I just want it on the side of the nail so that the foil comes through. But it's a little too fine. You know what I'm saying? That's fine, right? Well, that's fine. And for boublés. It's such a funny little look. Okay. You know what? I think any oil is going to be just fine. And it's still on my nail. That's so funny. Oh my god, it worked. Okay, this was the much better method. Wow, rip. Beavis, you should have watched the video before you tried the hack. Maybe you're right. Maybe. I didn't ask you. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Okay. Now that we know, any oil in water will make the bubbles last longer. Doesn't have to be glycerin, guys. You know what? I feel like I can redeem the thumb. Yeah, let's try real quick. Let's redeem the thumb. I'm just gonna buff it down a little bit so that the bubbles have a better base to build off of instead of one that's already bubbled up. Do you ever just talk and hear yourself and go like, you could have chosen to not talk? I've been feeling that a lot lately. Let's get that cat eye gel on. I'm glad that I messed up the thumb by just doing the foundation gel instead of the cat eye gel like I did on. Why are you? And now, this is like the funnest part of it. It looks so stupid coming out. Now I need you. Okay, some of these are definitely better than others. I'm not naming names. Anyways, okay, first of all, love the way that the gel climbed up onto the bubbles and made the nail kind of fuzzy. I'm actually a really big fan of that. I love it, it looks so fun. It will be gone at the very end though, so don't get too attached to it. This nail is just silver, wow. That's what you get for not watching tutorials. Again, twice is not enough, especially whenever the tutorial is 13 minutes, you start to zone out. TikTok didn't destroy my attention span. It was just way too long, but oh my god, did those nails turn out so good. So next thing on the list, I have my Mishu gels. I have my green, silver, and brown. Yeah, what the heck, I'll add some blue in there too. And what it looks like they do afterwards. Oh my gosh, my hair is everywhere. Does this mean I need a haircut? Question mark? I would never, except for I want to so bad. Okay, sorry. In the video, it looks like she just took a little bit of the gel and in empty spots around the nail kind of added it there, activated it. What was that? Activated it, cured it, and then rinsed and repeated. Okay, I think we can both agree that the brown was a mistake. That was definitely too harsh of a color to put in here. Good to know. The blue also, I just didn't get enough soap on the sides, so it didn't have a good amount of bubbles, so it just ended up as lines. The goal of this is to try and get the cat eye gel polish into the craters, so then once you're done, into the craters, so that once you're done with magnetizing it and all that, you can buff the surface and it'll give you those little islands like in the green that you see. That's perfect. Everything else, I think it would have looked fine had I not used the brown and blue, just use the green. Okay, good to know. I'm gonna do that for the other nails and then I'll be right back. I'm actually feeling really betrayed by my pointer finger, so I'm going to go back and take some of the iridescent flakes and put it in the biggest spots where there is nothing, just to bring some color back into the nail. Oh, way too close. Okay, I'm kind of satisfied with that, so now I'm going to encapsulate it in a foundation base gel. I'm going to use my HEMA-free top one. You know what? Words. For no reason, honestly. I'm not using it because it's HEMA-free, just because it's probably one of the nicest base gels I've ever used. I don't know if it's like the HEMA-free aspect of it that makes it so nice to work with, but I love this one. It's the Beatles HEMA-free base coat. So sad it does not smell like the old expired one I used to have. So sad. That one had such a nice old makeup smell to it that I really liked. Yeah, I think we can both tell the brown was a mistake. It's way too harsh and pigmented for how washed out and pale the base is. Oh well, it's too late to file it off. I'd have to redo the bubbles, and at this point, I don't think so. I hate looking at it, actually. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? There's a TikTok of a woman responding to a video of someone questioning why they keep breaking out when they wash their face and do skincare regularly. And she says, "You're breaking out because you have dookie beneath your nails." What? No way, Miss Ma'am. This is the first time I'm too horrified to search for the original video because what do you mean your dookie nails made it past editing? Or did they not edit and just skip straight to post? That's a whole other breed right there. I could never. I question everything I post repeatedly until I forget about it and mind wipe myself. Turd nails is actually insane. Why did I remember that? And also, how do you not smell that? I have to stop talking about this. I'm getting the ick. Oh my God, she better not be out here shaking hands or cooking. Oh, or sharing food. Oh my God, that's messed up. I gotta stop. I'm gonna cover this up, but okay, because my fairy stone looks nothing like the original, I'm going to throw in a second tutorial for labradorite. you know what? I could say it well any other time except for whenever I'm on camera. Labradorite nails, where they did a holographic base and then went around the edges with a black polish and used a brush to feather it out, as well as I think alcohol. So what I'm going to do is essentially the same thing. I want to keep the aesthetic of the inside of the nail and then have a black frame around it. That will be my compromise on how I will get rid of the dookie nail. I'm traumatized. I don't think I'm gonna be able to look at brown nails for a while without thinking of that video. Because obviously that is a thing that happens with people who don't clean under. First of all, who wipe like monsters? I don't know how they're doing it. But as someone who's worn nails for a very long time, I feel like I have mastered the art of... This is such a... Wow, why did you bring this up? This is such a weird conversation. Master the art of 1, wiping, and 2... I hate talking sometimes. Cleaning beneath the nail. That's crazy. To go out on the internet and like film your hands or like show your nails off without like checking first is crazy. That's crazy to me. I edit my videos and I watch them back myself and I'm still like paranoid I'm gonna miss something weird. Or like I'll do... What's the weirdest thing that would be in there? Oh, me making my little popping noises. I do edit it out because it happens quite frequently. But thankfully there's like a spike in audio whenever I do it, so it's pretty easy to edit out my pops, my ambient noises. But I'm still like, I'm gonna like do it too many times in a video, or I'm just not gonna be editing as diligently, and they're gonna hear it and they're gonna be like, what is that? And I'm gonna have to be like, hey, I pop sometimes. I just gotta make my pop noises. But to go online, dookie nails, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. How do you miss something like that? This is the matte top coat. My nails look nothing like how the originals did. I'm very pleased with how this came out. So glad other people are creative and generous with tutorials, even if I skip through them and immediately regret it. I love them anyways. I don't think I would like them as much if I didn't do the black frame, so maybe the Dookie nail jump scare was a good thing. I'll link both the TikToks below to check them out. Not the Dookie TikTok, we're not talking about that anymore. Anyways, that's it for me. Like and subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. I don't judge. Have a good day or night wherever you are, whenever you are, and I will see you in the next one.